Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Today we are doing a charcoal portrait for which I'm using this charcoal chalk. So, for first step, I will be simply marking the area on which I will be drawing. So, I'm just creating simple lines with the chalk to lay down my figure. So, this is the first step of charcoal portrait to bring character to in reality. This will be her bangs and this will be the hairline. So charcoal portraits are quite easy, and with simple steps you can bring a huge amount of detailing to your artwork, because charcoal portrait have lots of contrast in them as they are very dark. So when you are working with a dark portrait, you can create a lot of contrast. So here I am simply marking simple areas on which I will be working. I will lay down basic facial features with the chalk itself. And later we'll know on what we have to put the detailing. So here with charcoal chalk it doesn't have to be very perfect because we going to blend it anyway. It just have to be in right position. Rest will be adding details. So I'm just putting fine lines. I'm not putting extra pressure on chalk because charcoal is very hard to erase. So use it only that much you can delete. Hello, skeleton edits. Thank you for commenting. Thank you very much. This is only the first step. In second step, we'll blend everything, and then in third step, we'll use pencil to add details. Please do come later to watch what we have created today. For for artworks, they can be really long and boring, but you can surely come later to see what we have created. I even upload small reels of like 5 to 10 seconds of each online work I do. So please give it a try and let's see how it goes for today. Here I'm basically adding small details only, just simple lines that I can blend it later. The hair will fall in every direction. and this will be her shoulder. This whole area will be her hairs, so we can simply shade it in straight lines because that will be much easier to blend later. Once we blend the image, the real portrait will start to come. So far this will be the thing we will be doing with charcoal chalk. Now we'll use blender. This is simple pencil blender. You can say it's a stamp, and we'll blend it accordingly. We are blending it so to give it a even tone, so that it will be easy to work on even surface. As charcoal grains are heavy and grainy, when you use pencil you won't get desired result. That's why it's important to blend charcoal work nicely to make the page even and smooth too. So we'll not blend it like in any direction. We'll blend it as we have given shape to the portrait. We'll blend it in that particular angles only. I will also shade the area in which I will be needing shading later. While doing blending, you can put great amount of details at first. So use this step with some attention and patience. when you are using drawing charcoal art, charcoal chalks or charcoal pencils come handy. So do try this method. Once we start adding details, the image will pop out. So this would be uh, all of the blending we need to do in this stage. Now we'll remove extra charcoal. Now we'll remove extra charcoal. As you see, the page has become very dark, and to work with pencil we need amount of uh, some amount of less darkness or less smudgy area. For this I'm using this clay razor, which you can find easily, and it's very handy when you are working with charcoal. As you see, the drawing is very much dark, and once we use it, it will remove all the extra charcoal. You just have to roll it over evenly. Even on the face itself, it will remove all the extra charcoal, and your image will come out. Use it evenly overall because it clean the pages space too. It remove all the extra dust or anything. So try this method. First method was to draw with the charcoal chalk to lay down the basic surface. Second was to blend it. Third was to remove extra charcoal so that we can use simple pencil to highlight and give details. Now we are good to go to draw with pencil. So let's start it. I'm using this 2B 0.7B pencil. I always start with the eyes because I feel that's the main part of any portrait. If the eyes come out nicely, everything will work together. If the eyes doesn't came out nicely, nothing will work out. Now you can see like uh, simple details can put so much difference in the work. That's why I prefer charcoal portraits, because it gives such. Once you get a hang of it, you can also use white charcoal, or like it's called white chalk. I can show you many methods to use white chalks to give a solid background. This is the white pen, so I don't use it much, but here I'll simply use it to make the eye look more astonishing and to make the eyeball white. Hopefully it's visible to you. We'll give it a little shading as well on the eye, and we'll draw some bangs to complete the eye. When you are doing charcoal art, once you have finished your first two stages, then once you start with third stage, that is with pencil, try to give finishing to each component at that time only, because later you won't get time to put extra time or give extra detailing to each part. So try to uh, finish each part all together. We'll dark this area, which are basically bangs. We'll try to bring it more naturally over the eye. Some hair will fall in this opposite direction too. So we'll create, and now one eye is done. Hopefully it's visible to you. We'll move on to second eye. Start with the eyebrow, as we have already created its place. So here we'll simply shade, and boom, eyebrow is done. So here also we'll finish first with the upper section. We are finishing upper section first so that we don't have to retouch it again and again. In this way we can move forward by not going back. That's why we put details first. Now the hair will turn and twist here. And we'll go with the eye. This eye will have shadow, and shadow will fall on the left side of the face. So here we can do little experiments by making it thick black. I don't know it's visible to you or not, but it's coming all together. We'll again use this white pen to fill this area to make the eye pop out a bit, and we'll give this eye also a white highlight. When you're creating a portrait, even the eyeballs also matter a lot. So try bringing quality in your artwork by looking at these details, small details. Now our portrait is finally coming in shape. I feel that would be all for the eye. we will making the cheeks uh, go inner like 3D. That's an easy way to do it. You simply dark the area as much as you want, and as you come in, fade out. So the inner linings, the edges will be very dark, and as you come out, it will fade out. That's how you can create a 3D texture in your artwork, that the skin is turning inside. It is very easy once you have a hang of it, but you need to have patience. You need to repeat the process till it comes out. Hopefully it's visible to you. We can also start doing its hair also from here. How to make your drawing smooth? Don't leave any white spot. If you feel there is a white spot, cover it. Even though if it's take time, that's how you make your artwork smooth, by not leaving any white spot. Hopefully it's visible to you and it's all coming together. This I am gently shading the hair to give the face fine texture and contrast. Now we'll go for the nose, for which we have already created this shaded line. So this whole figure we created with charcoal chalk. So now we'll simply work on our guided line and try to give it a details only, and you will see the difference how it comes out. Nose has so many inner corners or linings that if you shade it well, it will look completely 3D, but people don't give extra effort to nose. Once they manage to create it, they leave it as it is, but you need to shade it quite well and give some extra time as you give to eyes and other features. you should give some time in creating nose as well. If you create it perfectly, it will look 3D, completely 3D. So I will try to do it. Now we'll connect this nose line with the eye also. So our nose is almost ready now. As you can see, simple lines we created, and it's looking nice. We'll use a blender little bit here to blend it with the area. You can even blend it with pencil itself, but it will take some time. So here I am using a simple blender, and you just don't have to do anything. Just use it little bit and it will be blended. Now the nose is almost done. Always look your reference, in what area they have left the shadow and in what area they are putting more pressure. In this way you will know which part to highlight more and which part to leave it as it is. So for me the nose is done. Now I'll go for hello dollars. No, I don't use guidelines. I draw freehand. If you see my video from start, you will see I used charcoal chalk with which I created simple basic shape, and then I blend what we done with charcoal chalk. And thirdly, I use pencil to just simply give shapes according to my reference. That's how I create. I never use guidelines. So this will be the lips. If you want to make your portrait happy, you just have to make the lips curve upside down. And if you want to make your portrait look like straight face, dead face, no expression, then the lips will be completely straight. If you want to make it sad, make this line curve below. That's how it works. If you want to put extra detail in your to bring extra detail to your work, try bringing details to each part, and then you will see the difference. Here my lips is almost done. So I'll just create some shadow area. Hopefully it's visible to you, uh, all the areas on which we are working. We'll now add more details to the jawline and chin line. will creating more black area as much as possible to highlight the face. Now we'll be adding details to our skin. Will creating skin tone by simply creating texture. With pencil it's quite easy to create texture. You just have to know the area in which you have to shade well and make some shapes. So I want to shade this area completely off, and to do this I will give it a base shape, and later as I come in inside the drawing I will fade out, so the edges will be very dark, and as you move in it will be very light. That's how you will create this particular shape. I say texture. Use light hands and only shake your pencil a bit to get the texture and blend it all together. Don't leave any white spot or patches, it won't look good. And try to create difference in layers, like inside make it very light and edges will be very dark, so try to have this difference. That's how we'll create the difference. We'll blend the neckline and the hair area. So to give it a darker look, darker shade, and of course the hair will fall on neck because of her pose. So you can always dark this area. Now we'll leave some space for her ears and rest will completely dark. So even this side of the hair will also have little highlights. So you have to leave some area and show the hair is falling from above, so it's falling in all the direction. So try doing it from top to bottom, so you can adjust the flow from bottom, and top you can make it completely dark. So now we'll start. Always start drawing from top to bottom, or in face from inside to outside, so that once the one part is done we don't have to touch it again and again. We don't have to disturb it. That's why I always start from top to bottom or inside to outside. That's how you should pursue your drawing. Hello, Blink for live. Thanks for commenting. Hi. How you doing? Giving time to hair is quite a lot because it almost made up of 50% of the face, and it takes that much time also. So it get quite boring to watch someone drawing hair. But even though if we leave it as it is, the face will look incomplete. So it's better we give time. You can always come later to watch, or you can watch the reels also. I upload same thing on reels in only 5 to 10 seconds video, so it's quite good to watch. So please do support by subscribing. Thank you. Now we'll create some texture in here while defining its line, which I feel is it was quite big, making the face look bigger. So we'll reduce these lines, and we'll try to shrink the area also little bit. You can always do these things at the end of the portrait, uh, if you are not satisfying from your work, and you don't have to worry about, you can always draw shadow, or you can drop background to mix it with the portrait. So you just don't have to worry about how it will turn out. Just try and it will work accordingly. From doing new things only, we know whether it was possible or not. So don't stop yourself. Simply try. Even if it all goes wrong, we can create it again another day, but we will be creating this time with a learning that what we don't have to do. So it's always a win-win situation. If I feel that the surface is little smudgy or like uneven, you can simply blend it all together to save your time. If you do it with pencil, it will take a lot of time. So I'm almost done for today. uh, Hopefully it was useful to you. Even though if it was not useful to you, I will try again and again till we perfect this technique, until we create something that we can all admire. Thanks for giving the time. And even though if it doesn't turn out good, still being there to give your 10 to 15 seconds. Let's meet tomorrow at same place, YouTube. I will try my best to do something more, something nice by tomorrow. Thank you.